This is Fashion Fridays. Every Friday, we present you with a fashion icon or topic. Today we're looking at 15 things you didn't know about Under Armour. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Hello, Aluxers. Welcome back to our channel. Today we're talking about the athletic brand Under Armour. From socks and shoes to underwear and outerwear, the Under Armour brand has it all. The company was founded in 1996 by former Maryland football player Kevin Plank. His goal was to find a way to keep athletes cool and dry during sports activities, while also creating a level of comfort. The Under Armour brand has changed the landscape of sporting apparel for the last 2 decades. As of their second quarter review for 2018, Under Armour's revenue was up 8% to $1.2 billion. North American revenue was up by 2% to $843 million, while the international sales flourished, representing 26% of total revenue. In February 2018, Under Armour announced they would be restructuring the company. The restructuring is expected to cost approximately $190 million to $210 million. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at Alux. With all that said, let's take a closer look now at this successful company with the 15 things you didn't know about Under Armour. Number 1. Under Armour started in a basement. It all started in 1996 when a young University of Maryland student and football player got tired of wearing sweat-drenched t-shirts during football practice. Fed up with the discomfort of sweaty cotton t-shirts, Kevin Plank decided it was time to create something different. The first Under Armour shirt was designed in Plank's grandmother's basement in Washington, D.C. His goal was to create a shirt that wicked away moisture while keeping its wearer cool and dry. This was the birth of the Heat Gear t-shirt. Once the shirt was complete, he traveled up and down the East Coast, selling the shirts from the trunk of his car. By the end of 1996, Plank had created not only Heat Gear, but 4 other lines as well. By the end of his first year, Under Armour had sold over 500 Heat Gear shirts, generating $17,000 in sales. Number 2. Any Given Sunday was the first movie Under Armour appeared in. Like many athletic brands before them, Under Armour was like gasoline poured onto a fire. The brand exploded and rapidly made its way through professional sports like wildfire. Brands like Nike, Adidas, and Reebok quickly tried to follow suit, creating their own brand of moisture-wicking apparel lines. However, Under Armour's big step forward came in 1999, when they were contracted by Warner Brothers for their apparel to be used in 2 of their films, Any Given Sunday and The Replacements. The character of Willie Beeman, portrayed by Jamie Foxx, was shown wearing an Under Armour jockstrap. At that point, there was only one place the company could go, and that was up. Number 3. Their employees have helped to distribute 207,000 meals for homeless. Under Armour may have made millions, but they still contribute their time and money to give back to society. In 2015 alone, over 20,000 hours were volunteered by Under Armour employees for its Give Back program. They have done charity events for nonprofit organizations by packing meals for the homeless, where over 207,000 meals were handed out. They have also helped to come up with workouts for well over 800 current military members, first responders, and veterans. They have Inside Out, a charity that helps give coaches tools to assist their student athletes to learn sports while teaching them values such as teamwork, growth, dedication, and commitment. Another charity they have a big part in is UA Houses. These are centers that were created to help with job training, health, and wellness programs to people of all ages. Number 4. It took every penny they had for one magazine ad. In the year 2000, Plank decided to take a risk in advertising. In doing so, he took every cent that was in the company's bank account and invested it in a half-page ad in ESPN, the magazine. His employees were so supportive of his decision, they volunteered to work without pay for several weeks for the company to continue to remain productive. And that ad paid off big time. Shortly after the ad ran, Under Armour began to see an influx of sales to the tune of over $750,000. Then, finally, 9 years after the birth of the company, Plank decided it was finally time to make some money and put himself on the payroll. Number 5. Nike blew the partnership with Steph Curry because they got his name wrong. In the sports world, Stephen Curry is kind of a big deal. In the NBA, he's led the Golden State Warriors to 3 championships in 5 years, and in 2016, he was unanimously elected as Most Valuable Player in the league, which was the first time this had ever happened in NBA history. In his first year in 2009, he was signed up to a 4-year multi-million-dollar deal with Nike. When that contract was up, Stephen's career was really taking off, and he was weighing his options for endorsements. When Nike had a meeting with him about re-signing, Stephen didn't feel they valued him enough. He wasn't given the same incentives as some of the newer players in the league, and they were only offering $2.5 million per year. Also in their pitch, the representative called him Stefan instead of Stephen. He saw that as an ultimate disrespect. Under Armour made him feel valued and offered him $4 million a year, along with partial ownership of the company. Since he signed with them in 2013, Stephen has become the face of the company and has undoubtedly taken Under Armour to the next level in terms of sales and popularity. Number 6. Their shares dropped 22% in the third quarter of 2017. Like with most companies, Under Armour has had its fair share of trials and issues. In 2017, Under Armour sales took a hit in their third quarter. They fell 22% on the stock market, making their shares only $11.53. There are also a few contributing factors to the brand's sharp downward turn. In an article by Footwear News, Plank states that the company's eyes might have been bigger than its stomach, since their infrastructure was built for a larger company. Such a substantial expansion produced growing pains the company was not big enough to handle yet. Since 2017, Under Armour has worked to reset goals with 3 main ideas to target: operations, fuel, and innovations. Number 7. Steph Curry, one of the company's biggest stars, has spoken out against the founder. Steph Curry blatantly called out Kevin Plank for his support for President Donald Trump. Plank's support of the president has garnered negative attention for the better part of a year. Plank referred to the president as an asset to the country because of his business skills in early 2017. The backlash has been never-ending. The spotlight jumped to Steph Curry when he stated, "I agree with that statement, if you remove the ET." Under Armour suffered the most substantial loss of any S&P 500 in the first 100 days of Trump's presidency. The stock fell by a whopping 32% when the overall S&P 500 rose by more than 5%. Number 8. Actors, CEOs, and consumers are distancing themselves from the company. Turbulent waters are continuing to rock the boat at Under Armour. Actors, company CEOs, and athletes are distancing themselves from the massive athletics conglomerate because of Plank's support for the current U.S. President, Donald Trump. Early in 2017, Plank expressed his support for Trump in his presidency, praising the president for his pro-business approaches. As a result, many anti-Trump people are putting a distance between themselves and the company. The company's top 3-star athletes have pushed back. His tune changed 6 months later, after the violence in Virginia. Because of the decline in sales, the company cut 2% of its workforce, claiming it was a part of the restructuring plan to gain some ground again. As a result, Under Armour stocks fell, once again, leaving many customers wondering if the company's future is as bleak as it would appear. Number 9. The employees at Under Armour speak more than 40 different languages. From baseball, rugby, soccer, football, basketball, and many others, the worldwide demand for sporting equipment, clothes, and accessories will always be there. Under Armour has over 20 offices scattered across the globe. Its European headquarters is situated in Amsterdam, while its international base is in Panama City. Its office in Shanghai serves as its Chinese headquarters. So all this considered, Plank filled his offices with one of the best multilingual staffs imaginable. Under Armour's employees speak over 40 different languages, including Swedish, American Sign Language, Thai, Malay, Farsi, Hungarian, and many more. Number 10. 21% of their sales comes from footwear. No matter what sport you're into, Under Armour has a wide selection of shoes to choose from. While apparel holds 67% of the overall sales in the company, 21% of sales goes to footwear. Athletic shoes don't have as high a profit margin as the performance apparel. The company's athletic shoes can vary in price. The cheapest Under Armour shoes you're likely to find from a retailer is $40, and the prices can go from there, currently topping out at $300. Shoes that are seen in sponsorships by Steph Curry, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and other high-profile people are big sellers. Dwayne Johnson's signature sneaker was introduced in May 2018. The release was so highly anticipated, the sneakers were sold out within 30 minutes of their release. And Luxers, if you're into pricey shoes, you should watch our video of the top 10 most expensive sneakers in the world. Click on the top right corner to check it out. Number 11. Under Armour is struggling to keep up with Nike and Adidas. At only 22 years old, Under Armour is still considered to be the new kid on the block as far as sports apparel goes. Adidas has been around for 68 years, while Nike is only 10 years younger at 58. These companies have 3 and 4 decades of a head start on the fledgling company, so it's understandable that there would be some financial woes. While overseas business is booming, Under Armour is experiencing lower than average sales on their home turf. Their sales in Europe were up 23%, and Asia was up by an impressive 35%. While these sales are up, it isn't enough to offset the dive sales have taken in the US. Their stocks fell by 30% in 2016, and then another 50% in 2017. However, thankfully for them, this year, it's slowly begun to climb back up. Number 12. The most expensive home listing in DC belongs to the Under Armour founder. When Kevin Plank and his wife DJ purchased their home in DC, they intended to use it as a home for guests, family, and friends. After a massive renovation, the Planks decided to place their beautiful brick, 12,000 square foot home on the market. Part of the renovations included adding an underground entertainment room that had a wine and whiskey cellar, as well as an 11-ton staircase. There are 7 bedrooms in the home that are designed in honor of great American politicians. It also features a heated lap pool and an entire building for a gym. The house was built just after the War of 1812 ended, so it's a valuable piece of American history as well. This sprawling home in Georgetown is currently listed for $29.5 million, making it the most expensive house on the DC market. Number 13. Their 2017 revenue was $4.98 billion. While Under Armour has struggled in the world of business, they still have some impressive numbers considering their age. By the end of 2017, Under Armour had made a total revenue of $4.98 billion. It employs 13.9 thousand people across the globe. The company has made an appearance on 4 of Forbes' top lists: America's Best Employers, Innovative Companies, the Global 2000, and Market Value. Number 14. Plank was thrown out of school for a drunken brawl. As a teenager, Kevin Plank was enrolled into Georgetown Prep. There he played football and was the proverbial jock. His sophomore year, he failed 2 classes. Soon after, he got into a fight with a football player from Georgetown University. He was a high school kid fighting college kids, and as a result, he was kicked out of school. Thankfully, a nearby football coach discovered him, and he was soon enrolled at St. John's College High School. It was hard work for Plank living under the constant shadow of his 4 brothers at the private school. Once in the public school sector, Plank began to prosper. Number 15. They started the #WeWill campaign with the help of Michael Phelps and others. Recent polls have shown that 2/3 of sports fans believe that pro athletes should stand up and be better role models, not just for young, impressionable minds, but society as a whole. And to help with that, they launched a campaign called #WeWill. The premise of this campaign is to show how sports can inspire, unite, and change the world, with a particular emphasis on bringing communities together. Athletes such as Michael Phelps are part of this campaign by excelling in their fields while also helping in many community projects. Under Armour has also launched a partnership with Team Rubicon, aiding those that were devastated by Hurricane Harvey. And there you have it, Aluxers, 15 things you didn't know about Under Armour. Now we're anxious to know, which athletics brand do you prefer? Let us know in the comments. And since you made it all the way to the end for being a true Aluxer, here's your bonus fact. Number 16. They've invested over $710 million in apps. Under Armour is synonymous with athletics. However, that's not all they're about. Under Armour is a tech company as well. It's spent well over $710 million on apps. Some of those apps include MapMyFitness, Endomondo, and MyFitnessPal. Shortly after that, they created their own fitness app known as Record. Today, there's roughly 130 million users on that app. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxers. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos, which we recommend you watch next. Thank you for being an Aluxer, and we'll see you back tomorrow.